So this rather inconspicuous little sign marks the start of a 185-mile Hebridean Way. This is the most southerly point of the cycle route and almost of the Outer Hebrides. So it's all go from here. I'm going to start though with a cup of tea made on my stove on the beach. Care to join me? I think I might have fallen in love with this place already. There was nobody here. And over this headland is another one of these. Beyond that, another one. So with a bit of luck, over here is the ferry terminal between Barra and the next island beginning with E, which I'll remember in a minute. And I've got 15 minutes before we have to board, so I've been going at it against a strong... It's the wind. The wind, yeah, don't half change it when you've got a 30-mile-an-hour wind in your face. Scotland, the only place where you have to pedal downhill. It's pretty impressive. Right, let's see what's over here. This is just so barren and rugged. Amazing. Yeah, that looks like it could be a ferry terminal. Floodlights and a sign in neon with the ferry times, and that even might be the ferry coming across from Enniscay, I think it's called. In fact, I'm fairly sure it is. I'm fairly sure that's the island I'm going to. And this constitutes a ferry terminal, which appears to be a motorhome and a shower block and a car park. Just looking for a toilet at the ferry terminal. It advertises widely you can get showers and a toilet. Unfortunately, it says Sharon's back to open the toilet in December. It's November the 8th. Pretty sure I can't wait that long. I love how the postman's not coming to the island, look, he just gives the mail to the crew. Look, yeah, look, it says, what you got there? It's just a Littlewoods catalogue for Janet. Yeah. Oh no, he might be, he's getting on. There you go, disembarkation. Here we are, coming into the Hebridean port. Wow, there's a house on that headland. It's just glass floor to ceiling all the way along, looking out over that bay. Beautiful. Just nothing here. It's just one shack and one house and a very steep looking road that I'm about to bike up. Right, I suppose I better go and get my bike ready. Yeah. And then I've made my way all the way up along Barra, and I've just done the section of ferry. And I'm now in Coilig on Hebrides, which is this tiny island, and so it looks like within 20 minutes biking I'll be going over a causeway again onto the island of South-Uist, which is this big huge one here. And then the aim is to get as far as I can, so Dalberg is the first place. Looks to be about an hour and a half's ride. Then I've got to make a decision about camping. Yesterday I noticed that with the cloud it gets dark at about 4:15, so I need to be setting up at about between 3 and 1/2 I'd suggest. I'm experienced enough to know you don't set up in fading light. In fact, you may not even find yourself a sight, and then you really are in a mess. So, nice and early does it. Right, off I go then. A shop. Time to get some food and water. So that's South-Uist, or South-Uist, over there, and that's the causeway between the two islands, which I'm now about to bike to. So, let's set off. You can come with me. Great sign. Beware otters crossing. Wow. This is just beautiful. Found a pretty special camp spot looking out the Atlantic Ocean. Next land, the Faroe Islands. Don't know anything about them other than they're not very good at football. Anyway, they're far too far away to help or to worry about. So this is, I don't know where it is yet because I can't get my map out, it's raining too hard. It's somewhere in South Uist. Somewhere further than I intended. I've done about, oh I don't know, 35 miles today, which it was only supposed to be a chilled ride to try to get a bit bike fit, which I'm not, didn't do any practice for this. But it's been windy and raining and there was an hour on a ferry in the middle of it, so it's not bad coverage. A bit further than I'd intended. And that's me. The tent you just watched me put up in the rain. So, cup of tea time, and I bought myself some chicken pakoras and naan breads to have in a minute. And then it's dark for 15 hours, so nothing to do but get in my tent and lay there a lot and rest my weary legs. Actually, I don't feel too bad at all. I've got a couple of pinch points, but you don't need to be hearing about them. Tomorrow, from experience, I'll ache a lot, but should be able to power through it. And then from the third day, you start feeling really quite bike fit, as they say. So that's the Outer Hebridean Way just there, just about 40 feet from where I'm camped. That's the high tide mark, so should be safe tonight. If not, having you all. Do you know, you really, if you've never experienced a cup of tea in the howling Atlantic wind and rain, you've never lived. Tea's so much better when you need it, rather than when it's just easy. That gas cost £8. It used to be £4 last time I came camping. Now, tent's absolutely brilliant at storms. You know, I'm not going to say this bit because it's absolutely guaranteed to lead to humiliating disaster, isn't it? But generally, 99% of the time, this protects you from anything. So it's certainly waterproof. Unless, of course, a massive tsunami or storm surge washes me away, and then it's not. Oh, water's boiling. Tea time. It's day 2, and it's not every day you wake up to this, because of course it was quite low cloud and misty when I got here last night. Not so anymore. Beautiful. So, cup of tea, bit of breakfast. It's not raining, and my tent has all but dried off. So now's a really good time to get it packed away. And it is freezing, but not that freezing. So we're just passing from the 4th island south-west to the 5th island, which is Benaclay. So we're making good progress. 2 more causeways crossed, and we're now making our way into north-west. I'll say it the English, it rolls off the tongue better than the Gaelic. Just having a moment to myself. These causeways are quite some construction. They really are. That one's about half a mile long, maybe a mile actually. And just refreshing with a Diet Coke. £1.15 that cost me. I have to fly it here from the mainland. In London I paid £3 for one not long ago, and it's right next to the Coca-Cola distribution centre. I hate being ripped off. Over there is a big mountain that is iconic on North Uist, and I can't remember its name, but it's Gaelic anyway, so I'll probably put something bottom. Scotland's roads are also legendary. I mean, I know they don't get the traffic, but I haven't seen a pothole in 2 days of biking. The other thing I haven't seen in 2 days of biking is anyone else biking. I'm absolutely on my own on one of the most famous cycle routes in Great Britain. Probably because no other muppets want to do it in November, in storm season. And the So this is just typical of this cycle route. Just amazing, long, panoramic roads. Can you have a panoramic road? A view, with a panoramic view from the road. Everyone's extraordinarily polite. They wave to you for no reason, which I'm pretty sure this guy will do. Yeah. Don't have a problem with wind turbines in North Uist. In England, you know, when you always see them stationary, that's the first one broken I've seen. The main problem in the Outer Hebrides appears to be getting the spinny thing to actually stay on the pole. Last night there was a wind turbine within view of me, and I couldn't believe it was still in one piece. And even the white van men are polite. Bit arsey that one, but still pulled over, didn't he? In England he'd have just run you down and left you by the side of the road. Now, if Iron Brew made road signs, just look at that. That is, wow. Yep. All of those places are within 12 miles. I don't even know if letters have blown off the end of those words. That is... I've been panicking a bit, looking for the last hour for somewhere to camp. I found a spot on the moorland. So last night I did coastal. To be fair, where I am now, I can't really get down to the coast. It's about half a mile away. So I've been looking for moorland and somewhere flat, not boggy. Spend the night. So all set up at night 2. Cup of tea in a thing I bought that looks like a fruit cake size of a football from a local shop. The shops here, I think I might have said this already, but the shops here are amazing. Each one could basically cater for a nuclear bunker for a year. They clearly expect the worst here. So very soon I shall rest my weary legs. It's a bit like being a male lion backpacking. A few hours of frenetic activity and eating in the day, and then you just sleep for 15 hours. And last night was a really cozy night's sleep, but the wind was so loud it kept waking me up. Now tonight is much less aggressive, just a bit of a breeze so far, touch wood. Not that there's any wood on North Uist. So retired to my tent, read for a bit, and then sleep for 12-13 hours, which is, when do you get to do that at home? Absolutely brilliant. So unless I find something else to bang on about in the next few minutes, it's good night till tomorrow. Good night.